Alrighty, hello people of the internet, it is I, Solar Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to continue Ordeal Call 1, Zero Compass, Inner Domain, Paper Moon, and we will be doing Section 14, Goddess of Annihilation, How to Avoid Destruction. But before we begin, please be sure to subscribe to my channel below. I'm posting these out on the daily until it is all out, section by section, and subscribing is the great way to find out when. And if you want to catch me live, you can always follow me on Twitch. That should also be down below. But without further ado, let us begin Section 14. This is a 4-arrow node. Wait, was there several month wait? This is also the same stream as my crash out from last one, so yeah. You guys haven't missed much in the in-between conversations. But, was there really a several-month gap between the 8th gym and the Elite Four attempt? Whoops. I hope something big had dropped at that time, which explains the gap. You never consider what an alter ego is concretely. You can just absorb what they're trying to explain. You don't get salty or crash out about it. Fair enough, Janice. Fair enough. Anyways, back into hopefully avoiding more crash outs on the concept of alter ego. This is the most effective method I have observed to combat the impending threat. This is not a matter for debate. Let me say this, Ronnie. Let me say this, Ronnie. You are so lucky I cannot have an actual conversation with you, because I would be debating you so hard right now. Hey, I beat the Nuzlocke in the end. In the end, I won the Nuzlocke. I just lost some mons on the way. So, now that you know, would you be so kind as to continue the Holy Grail War? You consider alter ego by the actual term. I assure you, my role remains nothing more than an overseer. And Durga is only here to assist with system-related matters. She has no bearing on the Holy Grail War per se. No bearing? Then why the hell did she attack Saber? How about Ryder's Master? Because they interfered with my divine duties, the entire point of this goddess's existence. The Master of Rider threatened to analyze, contact, and tamper with the system at the root level, which would have interfered with its operation. Multiple personalities. So, as far as my definition of alter ego, again, I think High Servant is the best definition of alter ego so far. Like a composite being of many other parts with one distinct personality in charge. Surely other personalities can come out occasionally, a la Sitanai and Bazette, but at least two distinct beings in one body with one person in charge. With multiple power sets. Like, everybody brings something to the equation. That, in my mind, is what an alter ego is. Which, again, brings up the point of Zufu. I do not know why she's an alter ego. I do think Zufu is better off as a caster. I'm pretty sure Zufu was a caster back in her summer event debut, but, is the Archer scary AF? She's not that scary. She's not that scary. Plus, the extra classes are very elusive, inconsistent ranking rise and lore wise, which is why trying to put a single concrete definition is hard. All we have is support casters. I have more than support casters. Ilya, Sunzong, Swimsuit Umu, Nito Burrito. And Saber clearly acted with intent to harm my master and the System Grail Wars overseer. Okay, I can see her logic with Saber. Hey, Deante, welcome to the stream. Howdy thinks. Am I gonna skip her banner? So far, I've not seen enough of her. Deante, I just spent about 20 minutes crashing out on what they are trying to force alter egos to be. So I've not seen enough of Durga here. Ilya's dead, the rest don't count. Fair enough, Viper. Fair enough. But, I'm trying to push past that. I'm gonna give them a chance to redeem themselves, but, okay, back to the point. I can see where she's coming from with Saber intending to harm the master of the system Grail War. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like Durga's look here. I like the little sneck. The little sneck is good. But does she actually have a bow? Is like the left side the bow and the right side the arrows, or... And does she have a crown, it looks like, as well? I don't know. Like, from an appearance standpoint, I'm fine for rolling, but I need more than just looks. Yes, that too, Viper. That too. In doing so, both made themselves targets for annihilation. That's why I attacked. So, because Ryder's master was smart. She does have a bow tie like Sakura. You know what? Fair point. When was the last time we got an archer that actually uses a bow and arrow? Fair point there, Janice. So, what you're insisting that you're the guardian of the Holy Grail War as a whole? That you're just the overseer's means of enforcing her rules? Yeah, I'm not buying that for a second. I bet you're involved in this on a way deeper level, Durga. Otherwise, why the hell would you hide yourself pretending to be an AI? Oh, trust me, Viper. I'm going for the fool. Everybody from Summer, I'm going for. Suzuka is the only one I don't really care to get. But Anniversary, and Summer, and Saber Medusa, all of them I desire. So I'm going to be very stressed for Quartz. Very stressed. DX, a name that simultaneously reflects Durga's extra special type D status and X as an unknown variable, not to mention D, indicating Durga. An excellent choice for a name. As her master, I couldn't be prouder. But, at any rate, yes, you have a point. As you've guessed, Durga is indeed key to making this Holy Grail War work. Please, let me explain. I would love for you to understand the beauty of the system for yourselves. The first thing you need to know is that Durga possesses a hollow with a truly staggering storage capacity. A hollow? Ronnie. Ronnie, you cannot be saying that about someone. Gosh, Ronnie, that... You know what? I'm putting out an official apology on Ronnie's behalf. She did not mean to imply that about Durga, you know? I believe it's most likely where she kept all the power she received from various... This is just making it worse. This is just making it worse. Stop, Ronnie. Stop. Oh, Ronnie. Ronnie, no. Ronnie, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Let's keep going. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. At any rate, when I used the Holy Grail War's power to initially summon 5 servants... No! I stored them inside Durga's hollow while their spirit origins were still asleep! Those must be the true bodies of the servants taking part in the AI Holy Grail War. I then used the rest of the Grail's power to execute the first rotation, thereby producing 5 alter ego servants. Remember those things you've been seeing? The things resembling heroic spirits? Shadows? They're kind of a byproduct. It's just my mind going to a very dirty place, Janice. It is just my mind going to a very dirty place. They're created during the rotation's impact and lack full personalities of their own. They're essentially alter ego fragments. However, they still retained a bit of their heroic spirit power, so they were tied to the bugs and classified as a special type of enemy. At any rate, that is the purpose of this Holy Grail War. It is meant to have servants fight among themselves, and to collect the energy released during their disappearance into Durga's Hollow, which is then connected to the Paper Moon's world as a whole. This quantity of energy is sufficient to rotate the Paper Moon's world twice, which is necessary for producing alter egos. This means when the Holy Grail War ends, Durga will possess energy from 4 vanished servants, which she will then use to rotate the world. That will in turn generate new alter egos from the 5 servants in her hollow. Those 5 alter ego servants will be securely contained so they can fight against the impending destruction. Then the servants generated from the second rotation will be used to fight the next Holy Grail War. By rinsing and repeating, this process will theoretically allow me to generate an unlimited number of alter egos. Only in theory what you have described has no practical Thank you, Sion. Thank you for being the voice of reason here. By the way, by way of example, let's say you use this conceptual centrifuge to ham-fistedly create infinite alter egos. Do you truly not believe the original servant's souls will eventually be worn down to nothing? We won't know that unless we try. She is such a stereotypical mage here. I still need to collect and test more data before I find out what sort of effect the alter ego extraction process has on the originals. I mean, I could see the Grim Reaper being a gorilla. You know, if the Grim Reaper can take the personification of a wolf and fight Puss in Boots, I'm sure the Grim Reaper could take on the personification of 100 unarmed men and take on a gorilla. There's a lot about this I don't understand. Most of it, if I'm being honest. But can you at least confirm one thing for me, Governor? What would happen if we do continue the Holy Grail War? I mean, what specifically? The winning alter ego servant will be added to the fighting force reserves and set aside. The winning alter ego master will meld with me. After which, the next AI Holy Grail War will begin. As I said earlier, by repeating this process, I will be able to generate an infinite number of alter egos with which to fight the impending threat. What about our wish? Will that be granted? Yes, I did set that as your motivation, didn't I? Yes, it will. The winner will merge with me. And as the new version of the next Holy Grail War's overseer, they will be able to manage it however they like. The next Holy Grail War? Does this mean there's going to be more war? That it's not going to end? I honestly do not know what they look like. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that there's only 2 Overwatch characters I actually know the appearances of. Tracer, I think. She's like some British chick. And Diva, who is like a, who's like a gamer or something. Those are the only 2 Overwatch characters I know what they look like. So, you know, you'd have to send me like a link to see, so I can see what this Reaper looks like. Of course not. You require a much larger force to work with if we're going to prevent the world's destruction. But what about the family I wanted? Should you win, you'll be free to set as many family parameters in the next Holy Grail War as you like. That's not what I mean. I want to live a peaceful family life where you don't have to worry about war at all. I think you'll be fine. Wow. Once you've gained central governing AI status, preventing the world's destruction and by extension continuing the Holy Grail War will become your first priority. But so I'm just gonna stop caring about this wish I care about so much. How is that supposed to make me feel better? You need not be concerned, to begin with. You said alter ego masters too, right? What did you mean by that? Ooh, that's an excellent point. So, again, I'm pretty sure Sion is an alter ego of the base Sion. I do not know. I'm pretty sure Ias, like, if we're gonna go by the wonky logic of what they are trying to explain here, what I'm guessing is that Duryodhana, given that he is one of 100 siblings that came from the same lump of flesh that was sort of birthed and then cut into 100 different siblings, which is just weird. What I'm guessing here is when Duryodhana was summoned, the aspects of all of his siblings were somewhat chain summoned along with him, and one of those siblings was a sister, and her personality went into Ias. That's my guess. I'm not really sure about Sarah Jera. Again, don't know anything about her, but that's my current guess. Zaukin, Sakura, and Lev. I guess I'll say it. Lev was probably not evil in this. Ugh. Hurts to say that. The randomizer system used to give you AI personalities is actually a means of making you into a random alter egos. Huh? The master problem was another issue I had to resolve in putting together my infinite alter ego production project. There is no sense generating an unlimited number of alter egos if the lone master of Chaldea can't manage them all by himself. So I needed a way to come up with masters as well. What kind of master is best suited to managing alter egos? To answer that question, I decided to prepare alter egos for the masters as well. And the most efficient way to accomplish that was to come up with a wide variety of personality patterns. In order to keep them diverse, I chose base personality models from a number of different sources. The master... Zaukin's personality was a created type, alter ego invented. I made him from as close to scratch as I could, and I tried to give him a fiercely competitive personality. For his name and appearance, well, I simply chose something I saw in Chaldea's database. He was designed to be proud and overconfident with his mage-like rationality and practicality, overruling what little empathy he had. So she essentially just created Zaukin. Like, what are the odds? I expected his personality to be a significant driving force in keeping the Holy Grail War moving. I did have to make additional adjustments to him later, but on a whole, he certainly passed. The Master of Writer's personality was an acquisition type for focused type, alter ego import. So, I'm guessing downloaded some records on Lev. For him, I loaded in elements from a person who was actually involved with the Paper Moon in real life, and separated them to make an alter ego. That's not ominous at all. He was the most perceptive and flexible of all the masters, though this ultimately led to him breaching a boundary which needed to remain impenetrable. A shame. Given his natural affinity for becoming an alter ego, I would guess he originally had multiple personalities. Darn right about that. The Master of Saber's personality was focused on mimicry, alter ego, imitate. In her case, I started with a given person's physical features, and then gave her a simulated personality based on how I imagined such a person would actually think. Okay, I feel like Ronnie here is connected to every other Ronnie out there, because she kind of nailed Sakura. Given how few types of humans I've been able to interact with, I didn't have many options at my disposal. It may be obvious, but she was the same girl Durga is using as for her avatar. That should be sufficient summary. The idea is that whichever of these very different masters wins the AI Holy Grail War must be the master best suited for managing alter egos, and gains a commensurate amount of experience points towards that end. That master then becomes the next Holy Grail War's overseer, and repeats the process, thereby ultimately being upgraded into being even better at managing alter egos. The wishes you possess as AI masters are an expression of your nature as alter egos. Something of a side effect, really. They did not come from your AI personalities at all. Ultimately, each of your wishes is borrowed from another, and so is of no real consequence. But that's... You can't be serious. You mean I've been feeling guilty all this time over nothing? That's why I've been so... Alright, that's enough. This is boring, so I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Who freaking cares? Huh? Seriously, I couldn't possibly care less about what other people want or wish for. The only wishes that matter are me and my own. You are so freaking arrogant, Duryodhana. And I will not let my wishes just be an afterthought. You know what the biggest problem with everything you just told us is? It's that apparently even if I win this war, my only reward is going to be becoming a soldier in someone else's war. And that's no reward at all. If you think I've spent all this time fighting just to be someone else's pawn, you're out of your damn mind. I've been fighting so I can live life on my own terms with everything I've ever wanted at my fingertips. Everything else can stuff it. Berserker. And that goes for you too. Who cares about all that other stuff? What about my wish? That's the attitude you should have here, and if someone tries to get in your way, you should fight them with everything you've got. So let me ask you this, Master. Do you still have a wish of your own? A desire you want to satisfy, no matter what it takes?
Yeah, I do.
Then you don't worry about a thing except how you're gonna make it happen. So now that we know fighting this Holy Grail War isn't gonna get us what we want, our only choice is to take these people down and see if and take over the system for ourselves. Honestly, yes. This has boosted Duryodhana up a few points, in my personal opinion. We're gonna stop this stupid Holy Grail War and its alter ego nonsense. Once that's done, we'll just have to take control of these admin privileges things, and we'll soon be making our wishes come true. That's right. That's the kind of guy you were, a good-for-nothing idiot who only has eyes for his own desires. Then again, maybe sometimes an idiot is exactly what you need to get things done. You said the winning master will become the essential governing AI. Excuse me. So then, what would happen if Sol won? I didn't account for you three in my initial calculations. You were probably just caught in the first rotation as a result of factors I'm not aware of. You could say that makes you alter egos irregular. So I wonder if the fact that this is an ordeal call, it did say something about we will be waiting for the ordeal calls to come to us. So did humanity send us here just as a trial, perhaps? Still, one of the AI Holy Grail War's goals is to perfect a master optimized for managing alter egos in time for the final showdown. Your presence here is not an impediment to that process, as long as this project produces enough alter egos to win the upcoming battle. I see no need to concern myself with what may happen to the versions of you in the outside world. So no, there will be no issue with you becoming this world's newest overseer either. Though I'm sure you will need to undergo a number of special modifications beforehand. On a supplementary note, accident or not, it's a stroke of luck that you showed up here, Master of Chaldea. While it is possible you may not be up to the task, based on your battle record to date, it's also very possible that you may come up with the optimal solution. While I will of course remain strictly impartial and not offer any preferential treatment, I consider you the most likely master to win this contest, and I will be watching your progress with great interest. Good luck. Gee, thanks. I don't know what we would have ever done without that completely unnecessary extra tidbit. Anyway, sounds like winning this Holy Grail War won't get us any closer to our way out of here. So then remind me why we should care about it again? Not only will we not be able to return to our original world unless we destroy the System Grail War itself, the Paper Moon will also remain useless and broken. So it seems to me that we only have one option available to us. This whole plan is messed up from the start. Yeah, we're not staying here to fight ad infinitum Holy Grail Wars. So you understand. Fortunately, there is a clear, straightforward means of achieving that goal. Before us stands a being we were just told is directly linked to the Holy Grail War system. So the quickest way to tear it down would be to destroy Rani the 12th servant. That is, Durga. Sigh. Why can't you see that this is the only way to prevent the end of the world? If this fails, the whole world will come to an end. Since you're the only one who has observed this devastation and the way supposedly to stop it, it's no surprise you and you alone would understand it. The same kind of things happened before in the Atlas Institute, too. But as you've gone to inflict harm on those around you, is it really so shocking that those same people would try to stop you? Yes, it is. This end is something beyond my calculation. My planet has shown me beyond any doubt. I am also this world's Pneuma. I'm its fifth element. You could say nothing would exist here without me. So I don't truly think it would be in your best interest to oppose me, but it seems you leave me no choice. Durga is the one truly irreplaceable part of this project. Analyzing combat capabilities. Conclusion, it would be very difficult for them to destroy this goddess. I know, I cannot imagine any path to success for them, but just in case. Oh, are you planning to join us? Well, I am a master myself. Since Durga's skill is much too great for her to participate in the Holy Grail War herself, I won't generate much energy if she kills you, alter ego servants, so I would rather not do this. But if this is what I must do, then so be it. Fortunately, by my calculations, when this is all over, there should be just enough energy to reset the System Grail War and create new alter egos to fight it. So now I will, in my capacity as Overseer, remove the impediments threatening to derail its execution. Oh yeah? I'd like to see you try, short stuff. Your petty insult has no bearing on these proceedings. It has, however, helped me decide to switch modes. I will show you what I look like in my optimal master form. You shall see that I'm not just the Paper Moon Central governing AI, but a being determined to fight back against the world's destruction. Yes, I can see it now. The souls, alter egos, flitting through the air like dust, and the sky of the underworld resisting the destruction. I am the wings that guide it, and the very dust itself. And so I will take a more appropriate name. She's going Super Saiyan! Okay. She looks like a strict teacher. I'm the dust of Osiris. I'm the one who sees the world's approaching end, and I am the one who will stop it. Yeah, she looks like a very strict teacher with that hairstyle, the glasses, you know? Removing all thought acceleration limiters, entering Osiris mode, setting course for the northern sky. Durga, my servant, as your master, I now give my commands. This is a correct and necessary step in averting apocalypse. Give these people who refuse to see the sense in my answer a swift and painless shutdown. Dot 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 dot. Isn't this... Hang on. Isn't Dust of Osiris one of my skills? Like, as a part of a mystic code or something? New divine duty accepted. Executing. That is indeed... She does have a good expression. I think that is going to end up being the thumbnail. Ronnie the 12th. Dust of Osiris mode. So... I don't know how this is going to turn out. But I'm gonna find out. Let's go, Kama. You can do it! Oh, it's actually... So Dust of... Man, they use Dust of Osiris a lot. That's a lot of breaks. Calculations have already been made. Observe. Jade Bird. Debuff immunity. That's annoying. What else do you have? An HP restore and NP strength at end of turn. Okay. Let's see Durga's animations. You know, if Kama does not just rinse her, we just might. Excuse me. Knew that was coming. Dust of Osiris / Sion is the 13th of the 27 Dead Apostle Ancestors and the main antagonist of Melty Blood. That's honestly kind of interesting. Do you have image for her? Because I kind of want to see what she looks like, but I don't want to look her up, just in case. That can wait. I think we go deep. Let's go, Kama. Let's go. Okay, if she was about to gain invincibility, I would have been so pissed. I did not want to have to face that again. Also, that was not a lot of damage. Oh yeah, I know. That's why I love that when Scotty says that line. It's excellent. Snack. Boy. So, she kind of has a throne, she has a snake, and she has the power of the void at her fingertips. Okay. Cass. Decrease that charm resist. Yeah, give yourself a bit of a heal there, Kama. Do that. And this. Let's see how it goes. I'm not hitting too hard, sadly. My damage numbers are kind of on the low side, and I don't care for that. She has a tiger! That was kind of cool. The tiger was pretty cool, not gonna lie. NP again. Durga is the consort of Shiva, one of the trio of creator gods in Buddhist lore. Durga is almost on par with him in terms of power. Isn't, Parvati the bride of Shiva, though? I guess Durga is just an aspect of Parvati, so ignore that tangent. I was just being dumb with that bit of tangent. That's one bar. And that's all we needed to do. Okay. Another form of Parvati. Got it. So that was one fight. And it looks like we'll be up against her again, this time formation restricted. Ooh, I just popped my neck real nice. Wow, that's a lot of damage we just did to the church. So what you're saying is, she's an alter ego. Woo ha 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 ha. Now see, that... if Durga was an alter ego, I'd be fine with it, because she could be a composite of Durga and Parvati. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole again, though, so I'm gonna shut my trap with regards to the whole alter ego debacle, and let them explain some more, or try to explain / justify some more. Ugh. Berserker. Cut that out, you idiot. Why do you sound worried? No one can beat me, but having said that... ugh, damn it. What the hell? How are you so strong? Durga or not, you're still a servant just like we are. There shouldn't be this much of a gap in our abilities. Oh. That's an expression. The snake has got its fangs bared and ready to strike. I'm the goddess made to annihilate demon gods. That would be much stronger than the goddess of love should be obvious. Durga was born from the wrath of countless gods, each of whom gave her their powers and weapons. The result is a goddess of pure annihilation. A jack of all trades who possesses divine armaments for any occasion, giving her advantage over every class of servant. Except for ruler! What's more, each and every one of these armaments boasts power worthy of a god. This means Durga is Agni's flame, Varuna's water, and Indra's lightning, all in one. She's the wrath of Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma alike. Or Brahma. I can't pronounce that last one properly. Man, imagine seeing Dust of Osiris and that other sprite of Durga. Both of them just sort of looking down at you. One with a sort of angry glare, and one with a sort of condescending look. You may be a divine spirit, but she outclasses you in every measurable way. You never had a chance against her. You see, that's where you're wrong. Kama is not just a divine spirit. She is a beast. You think I don't know all that? My point is that none of what you just said explains the sheer gap in the strength in here. Analysis complete. Now I see what's going on. Durga is basically the Doomslayer of Hindu world, her only purpose to be a weapon to kill demons. Wild think. True! That is an excellent point, Janice. That is an excellent point. It comes down to the resources each side is using in this battle. Those two are cheating. They're not using running men at all. But then, how are they? Magical energy. A temporary resource provided by the Holy Grail. Pure power in its formless state. I should have known. Durga is neither taking part in the Holy Grail War, nor is she a product of this world. Excuse me. So she's getting refueled via completely different rules? No fair. Why anyone not help us, I don't wish to hear more. Soul's safe return home hinges on this. We cannot give up, no matter what. You think I don't know that? I'll back you up with everything I got, Kama. Normally I wouldn't touch such an exhausting job with a 10-foot pole. But for you, Master, I'll do it. Just be sure you're ready with a good reward when I'm done. Don't worry, Kama. You will get an extra special reward when everything is said and done. Still, things are looking very bad. Even if I read her next move, she's so strong she can just ignore us. I broke one of her bars already. I can do it again. If something doesn't change soon, we'll have no options left to us. If there's one factor that could turn the tables in our favor, it would be... It would be what, Sion? You gotta tell us what the factor is. This sucks. I can feel my head pounding. Dust of Osiris? Yeah, that does not look like Sion at all. Like, holy cow. That does not look like Sion at all. Unless Sion has turned into a mech, in which case that really does not look like Sion. But I'm guessing Sion is the woman on the right there. I can feel my head pounding. The wishes you possess as an AI masters are an expression of your nature as alter egos. Something of a side effect, really. They did not come from your AI personalities at all. Ultimately, each of your wishes is borrowed from another, and so is of no real consequence. Oh, Sergera is thinking all this. What was it she said again? Our wishes are just borrowed? They're of no real consequence? Then, in that case... What about that girl who disappeared clinging to her wish? You're saying that was all meaningless? Is Bima about to jump into the fight too? Well, Master, what do you want to do here? I'm here to serve you however I can. You just need to tell me what you want to do. If you just want to go back to our base and have me work on a new dish, I'm happy to get the cutlery back out. Bima, stop being a chef. Even Shiro knew when it was time to lock in and fight rather than to cook. Do not be dumber than Shiro Emiya, Bima, because that is a path nobody wants to take. Nobody wants to be dumber than Shiro Emiya. I don't know what to do. Alright, let me put it another way then. What are you feeling most intensely right now? Same as always, my guilt. The kind of guilt that just makes me want to punish myself. The kind you only get when you've done something terrible, and there's nothing you can do to make it right. I guess that's the alter ego in me talking, huh? No, that's not what I meant either. I'm not talking about your one big wish or anything like that. I'm just asking what you feel like right now, in this moment. It's no bigger deal than asking what you feel like having for lunch. Excuse me. Not being dumb, he's just waiting for an order from his master. Yeah, but I mean, he could be a little more forceful about, we should probably stop all this. Why do you want to know that? Truth is, it's all you need to figure out what your next choice ought to be. Listen, back in my day, I once killed a man-eating Rakshasa named Hidimba. I don't know if I pronounced that properly. Dust of Osiris is the possible future of Sion who merged with Tatari, the 13th dead apostle known as the Knight of Wallachia, which is Sion's ancestor. Okay. That's right, there has been mention of Sion being like part vampire / dead apostle ancestor or something like that. He had a younger sister who fell in love with me. She was a man-eating Rakshasa too, of course. Obviously I was gonna kill her, but my older brother stopped me. He said she was so in love with me that I ought to at least consider keeping her company, just in the daytime. Okay, so your brother's insane. What happened next? We had a kid together. Seriously? I don't get it either, but back then I just kind of figured, why not? Okay, that was very irresponsible of you, Bima. Eventually, I felt like loving her back, so I did. That's all there was to it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, there's nothing wrong with just living your life the way you want at that moment. Whatever that entails. That is probably some pretty solid advice. That is honestly some pretty solid advice there. As long as you're not hurting anyone, there's nothing wrong with just living your life the way you want at the current moment, whatever that entails. So at least right now, there's no sense in agonizing over what you want. Forget about the wish you've been carrying around so far. Just tell me what's on your mind right now, in this moment. Probably his older brother. Yeah, that's definitely an older brother thing to do. As an older brother myself, I can see that. I'm glad I pronounced it correctly. Atlas has a lot of connections with vampires, since Sion's family holds a decent position within Atlas. You know, vampires have a lot of positions in a lot of organizations, because Zelrech is the head of the clock tower, and he's a vampire. So, that still doesn't change anything. I've been told this guilt I'm carrying around isn't really mine, and doesn't actually matter at all. I don't know anything about the Wandering Sea as a whole to say there, but, oh no, there is. I think his name is Solomon, actually, is a vampire that works for the church. And it still just won't go away. It sucks more than anything. But maybe that's also why, right now, in this moment, the anger I'm feeling might just be a little stronger. I'm gonna look him up, see if I can't. Solomon, disambiguation. Merim Solomon, a dead apostle ancestor, and the 5th member of the burial agency of the church. So yeah, there is in fact a dead apostle ancestor in the church. So yeah, every organization that is major in the Type Moonverse has a vampire high up in its positions. Hey, that's great. Why is that? Because she said something that pissed me off. And what would that have to happen to make you feel better? I think I'd probably enjoy seeing them both get blown away. Would that make you smile? Yeah, I think it might. It'd feel good to just be all, yeah, that's right. That's what you get. It'd still be pretty self-centered, meaningless smile, though. Now we're cooking. When I decided to serve you, I put my warrior self aside. I decided that I wanted to have more than anything else was to see you smile. But if you're saying the only way to get a smile out of you is to fight them, if that's the kind of service that'll make you happiest, I'll gladly fight as your servant. You know, I'm definitely drawing some parallels between Bhima and Seragera, as well as Napoleon and Ophelia. Am I the only one kind of drawing those conclusions? Or connections, rather? Is it just me? Okay, that's my order. It's a big order, so I'd like to give you a tip, but I don't have anything on me. So instead, I'll give you these command spells. I don't know when I got the second one, but you can have them both. I want you to make those absolute bitches pay for saying Sakura. Her wish and her whole way of living didn't matter. Go freaking get them. You got it. I mean, it's more than that, too. Like, is there a chance that Seragera is a bit of Ophelia? Because, I mean, they both have the covered eye thing going on. Ophelia probably feels a lot of guilt. You know, maybe. ... question mark, explanation point. Bhima! Who am I? Who the hell cares? Besides, it's a stupidly simple question. I can answer it in just 2 words. I'm me. You know what? Very, very philosophically deep there, Bhima. incredibly philosophically deep. Oh. You know what, Bima? I like the cut of your jib right now. We're gonna give you a shot, but we're still bringing Kama along, because this has been her show so far. She's gonna be in the back line, though, just, you know, holding down the fort with the Black Grail, just in case. Actually, no, I should probably go Sumo, just in case. And then we need the double Scotty power. Double Scotty, double Scotty, double Scotty. Where's the ruler, Scotty? Ruler. With CE. I don't know if Bima is a quick or a buster-based servant, but we're going to find out. We are about to find out. And then Cass. With her bond. Okay. Let's give this a shot. You're probably going to use Chengong and nuke Bima when you do this fight. Fair enough. J6, fair enough. Get to test out Bima indeed. So, 500,000 HP, good lord. Adding extra parameters is unnecessary. So, Bima is a 5-star. He has increased attack and NP strength from Serajera's orders. He is a 5-star single-target Buster Lancer. 2 quick, 1 arts, 2 Buster skills. He has Magic Resistance C for increased debuff resistance, Divinity B for damage plus, and Naga's Poison Fang for poison immunity. His first skill is Vasuki's Elixir A. It is a 3-turn Guts with an NP gauge and a debuff removal as well. 7-turn cooldown at skill level 8, which means a 6-turn cooldown at maximum level. Then there is Club Technique A. Hey, they all have the club. You're going to need something cinematic like Super Karna. Fair enough, J6, fair enough. Club Technique A is a 3-turn buster and crit strength buff as well as a Star Bomb. It is another 6-turn cooldown at maximum level. And his final skill is Hanuman's Howling. Increase attack for 3 turns, apply a state that increases crit strength for yourself before dealing quick damage, and generates quick crit stars during busters. Interesting. Also, the full details of his NP. Increase crit strength for 3 turns for yourself, and remove buffs. Okay, so he boosts his crit strength, he removed buffs before NP. Okay, and he deals additional heavy damage with Overcharge, which increases that. Is that an error? Hang on. Is that an error with his NP description? Deals additional heavy damage with Overcharge, and it increases with Overcharge. All of them just increase with Overcharge. Is that just a mistranslation? Yay! I can pronounce things properly. You know, I'm very impressed that I pronounced club properly. That one. Club? That was a difficult word to do. It's not his Overcharge deals. Okay. Oh. Does he? In that case, can I get that going? This is fine to go now. I'm gonna see if I can't get a 200% charge on him then before I fire off his NP. I'll see if I can't get a 200%. I can read! If I could not read, then I would not be able to stream this all. Okay. Operate Agate Horse. Ignore invincibility. Alright, let's see Bima here blast his NP multiple times. %200% is the highest he can get. But we're going to give him a little bit more strength. We're gonna see if we can't stun and defense down. Alright. Let's see how Bima do. What does his NP look like? Oh, power of the wind god lying dormant within my blood. It's time to wake the hell up. Need another serving, right? Okay, that was a pretty cool NP, I'm not gonna lie. And did he just swing a tree trunk? Did I just see right and he swung a tree trunk? Okay, you can go 300 if I Scotty NP first. Yeah, that's true. Sadly, I don't have that. I won't be able to pull that off again, sadly. Not unless I want to burn a seal, and I don't want to burn a seal here. Actually, I can do this. I can, because of this. Come on! We're gonna get another 200% going here. And you know what? Go ahead, Bima. Let's increase your overcharge level even more. He manages to deforest a patch flame by picking up trees with his bare hands. His normal NP stops at the slash, the extra hits are from the punch. That's impressive. It is pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, he has a pretty freaking awesome NP. Not as much damage, though. Why did I deal significantly less damage there? Oh, negate defense. Class defense affinity. Dang. That's rough. I didn't see that. That's really freaking rough here. I'm about to find out what kind of NP Durga does. I hope it does not hurt too much. It's very Saint Seiya coded like Romulus equals Quinterus. I don't think I ever used Romulus equals Quinterus, so... Initiating Annihilation, Scorched Earth Force approved. Deploying 10 God-given armaments, the Fury-given form can split the sky and shatter the land. Begone all that is evil. Executing divine punishment. Oof. Bye, Scotty! And... bye, Kama, sadly. Yeah, that hurt a bit. That hurt a little bit. But... Bima's alive! Still. Yeah, I feel like with the Brave Chain here, Bima does have this. He does not have any buffs, though, except for what Cass just gave him, so it's not going to be as hard-hitting, but I think he's got this. We'll see what his base NP looks like now. So yeah, just the slash. It's pretty cool that he adds the extra punches with overcharge. That is honestly pretty awesome. And that's the fight. Okay. Okay. I liked Bima there. Bima looks pretty cool. Is that enough to roll for him, though? Do I want to add another servant to my to roll for list? I don't know. I truly do not know. It's hard to decide. Because there's still this Durga here who I need to see some more of. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Excuse me. How the hell did I end up fighting alongside you? Don't worry, I hate it too, but I have the tact to keep it to myself. You don't have to be BFFs or anything, but could you try to coordinate your attacks? Damn it, I know I keep saying it, but damn it. Why did it have to be Bhima? Why is it always Bhima? He's up against a freaking goddess, and he's still kicking her ass. Divine Durga. I think you might have granted me a boon at one point. I never thought I'd get the chance to fight you myself. I'll see more of her. Good. Ooh, just snap, crackle, pocket my neck. An opportunity like this doesn't come around every day. Hope you don't mind if I make the most of it. He has the upper hand. I agree. Little wonder that he's renowned as one of India's greatest heroes, but we must still be on our guard. Why the sudden change, Master of Lancer? You've been so passive about the Holy Grail War, I didn't expect you to have reason to oppose me. You mocked Sakura. You mocked her wish. Negative, I understand the Master of Saber's wish. She wished for Grow to run smoothly. The Holy Grail War may have created temporary dysfunction in that partition, but it is a guaranteed return to the regular operations as a result of routine maintenance functions. I'm not talking about that. The next Bhima banner is during anniversary, and next year specifically this year anniversary. Okay. That's not good. Is he gonna be on the upcoming GSSRs? Though I don't know what the upcoming GSSRs are gonna be. I don't know. Then you can win the Holy Grail War yourself and become the new central governing AI. That way you can ensure Grow operates as smoothly as you like. I'm not talking about that either. The whole point of her wish was for her to be there too. That's how I know you're wrong. Her wish would have been meaningless coming from anyone else. It wasn't just some empty copy that meant nothing like you said. That's right. Her wish was warm and loving. It practically was her. It doesn't matter how well that place she called home is doing if she's not a part of it. Damn it, I knew it. It's just like I thought. I'm too late. I wanted to save her. I wished I saved her. Why is she gone while me and my stupid pointless wish remains? Even though I kept making the wrong choice, and I committed a crime. I'm a walking guilt complex, and I should be. I know that. I know I've done enough to deserve the way I feel. Things that fill me with so much regret that they fill the entirety of who I am. But that's also all the more reason for me to not add this newest regret to that list. I still have pride. Pride that comes from being the lowest of the low, but pride all the same. Why is that? Because if I add more regrets to this list now, I may not make it in time. If I only focus on my guilt, I might not find the answer that lies beyond it until it's too late. Now I see. Maybe that's my real. Hey, Lancer, can you hurry it up with my order? Sorry about that. Prep time in this dish is a real doozy. So I think it's time I cranked up the heat. Ascension! Damn it, it's always been like that for you. Everything I ever wanted, you just come along and take it like it's the easiest thing in the world. Well, I've had enough. I'm stronger than you, damn it. Who cares if she's a goddess? There's no way in hell I'm letting you outdo me. Oh, feisty. I love it. Master, I'd like to give this some real effort too, but I need to know that you'll have that reward waiting for me. You know the one, right? Head pats. Exactly. I knew you got me, Master. At any rate. Basically, the only reason I have to help you in your hour of need is so that I can get what I want. It's a whole give and take thing. Just don't forget that, okay? What is it I want? Me? When did I say I wanted something? Oh, no matter. Time to get out there and earn my reward. And by that, I mean I'm gonna hang back and play support for the two muscleheads while they slug it out. I knew it. Even though we entered this world as anomalies, we're not able to escape its effects. Then again, maybe it's because we're not able to escape its effects that we entered this world in the first place. So this means that neither Kama nor I are our usual selves. No, Kama's pretty much her usual self. I see absolutely nothing wrong with Kama acting the way she is. But hearing that he's going to be on Destiny Order is pretty good. I would have to see who else is in the Destiny Order for the Lancer class to make my final decision if he's going to be there. No, never mind. There's a lot I want to say, but right now, defeating Durga is our priority. I'm going to boost my thought process even higher. Please try to keep up with me, soul. As a part of my divine duty, I slaughtered the demon gods Mahisa, Sumba, and Nisumba. Slaughter is my primary function and my gods' given mission. That I'm here means that this is a mission from the gods I must carry out. If you wish to stand in my way, then I would destroy you for making yourselves an enemies of the gods. That is the truth. To defy a plan meant to save the world is to become an enemy of the gods. I refuse to accept this impending destruction. I will do everything in my power to lead this planet to a bright future. This world must be preserved. That is why I exist. Oh, that's a sinister expression. Overclocking all thought cycles. Oh, nope. Exercising emergency administrator privileges to purge 70% of forbidden processes. Executing final measure. Yeah, that is an evil expression right there for Ronnie. As all things dissolve, the purity of your souls will descend beyond the quail of the horizon. Devi. Mahatmyam. Jagan Matar. Fire. Primary cannon. Oh. Initiating annihilation. Okay, she's just firing off the NP. This is definitely a different, site for the NP. Bit of a cutscene there. Oh, that's a maxed Bima now. That is a fully maxed Bima. Boop. And bop. That's kind of all I can do. Mobile gaming, I'll check it out after stream then. Yeah, that is a fully maxed out Bima. 10, 10, 10, NP5. Not FOD, but, you know, close enough. Okay, yeah. Let's go. I was debating switching out Ruler Scotty's CE, but I decided against it. She's weaker. I deny destruction. The world must be preserved. Answer. Bara Ox. Increase brake gauge. Of course. Further increasing cognitive speed. Overcharge X2. Okay. So I'm gonna push a bunch of buttons to start. Push the button, push the button. 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 We have a brave chain there. Push the button. Do I go further beyond with Cass? I think I do. Push the button. Subity swap. Push the button. Push the button. Get the stun in. Just in case she gets a full gauge after this break. Oh, thank you, Sarajera, for the evasion. I guess I did not need stun. So this is going to be a bit of overkill. But there is no kill quite like it. That's not as much damage as I was expecting. Oh, holy crud! That was an instant fill! Defense affinity changed. That was such a good freaking crit, man. I'm not gonna... I am still getting the overcharge, but she has defense buff against us, so... That was a crit, man. A lot of NP. Oh man, he did not crit there. He didn't crit with that buster. No! Bima, why? Bima, why you no crit? Bima have guts, so actually Bima has guts, everybody else has evasion. Doot. Good hit, Bima. Good hit. All your buffs are gone, but good hit. Derive Crystal Serpent. Debuff immune. A guts! Of course she gives a guts. And your target focusing casts when you're about to carpet bomb us. Makes no sense there. Okay. Sorry, Cass. Oh, you witch. Bima's gonna go down this turn, sadly. I see no way of Bima to survive. So may as well just get in as much as he can. This battle might necessitate the use of a Leyline Stone, actually. Because archer enemies are and the fact that she doesn't have defense. So this is just the same thing she said before. You're about to give her a full charge again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to use a Leyline Stone here. How is this fair? How is that fair? Those are permanent. Are those permanent NP buffs? Are those permanent NP strength buffs? Because if so, that's ridiculous. No, they are just one turn. Thank goodness. But still, that was not cool. I mean, it was cool looking, but it was not cool to do that. There, Ronnie. Oh, she lost the guts. I guess that Bima's thing did remove the guts at least, so that's good, but... It's about to be a Kama solo here. Kama will evade the NP. And Guts survive for a little longer. This should give her an NP, just from the sheer amount of hits that it does to us. Thank you for the evasion, Serengera. It's keeping Kama alive for longer. Yep, there's NP like I called. Oh, right. I forgot that she drains. Because, of course, she drains NP. This should give us NP, unless she... If she continuously drains my NP, though, then we might have a problem. Unassailable one. Invincible. You seriously gave yourself... Is that just one invincible or the full turn? 3 left. She has 3 frickin' invincibles. That's annoying. This. Get a heal. I stun her next turn. I need to do at least 20k damage, otherwise, yeah. So that was a wasted turn on my end. So I did no damage to her. Lovely. Stunner. Kama. We need some clutch wins here. Got the stun and the charm off, which is kind of unfortunate that we did both at once, but it is what it is. I think it's gonna be Leyline Stone restore. It's gonna end up being a Leyline Stone. Sadly. Kama does not have the 181k damage capabilities. So, Leyline Stone Restore. First one of this one. Though I am proud of myself because I could have probably brought in Enkidu and, you know, Durga would be rinsed here. I need to invest command stones in general. Or command codes in general, but Leyline Stone, go! I think we deserve some massive overkill here. How high can I get the overcharge going? I can get a 400% overcharge here. Sadly, not a 500%. Sadly. But actually, I can get 500. So, Scotty, Kama, Bima. This should theoretically be a 500% because I did the overcharge boosting thing of Kama's. If Kama kills this, though, that'd be hilarious. Just saying. Sadly, did not happen. So that just means Bima is going to punch her face in. Is it 500? Yes, it is. Let's see some damage here, Bima. Only 187k, but that was neutral damage. So we're talking probably 400k non-neutral. Not bad. Not bad at all. Probably read some command codes since beneficial like MP strength, crit strength, extra damage against melee, etc. Fair point. I mean, again, Melt and Mash both have command codes on their cards. I'm just kind of a slacker with regards to... Actually, Achan does have some as well, I think. Achan does have some as well, because I tried to one-turn King Protea in the CCC instance where you fought her, and I got incredibly close. I got incredibly close with Achan. ... Results do not compute. Inconceivable. How is this happening? I hate being exhausted. Look at you, though. You're even more exhausted, We have the advantage. Keep pressing it. We can do this. Ugh. I think I got her like 75% of the way, or something like that. Die. Hey, is it just me, or was that die aimed every bit at as much as it was her as it is me? Yeah, I'm just so amazingly strong, you're feeling my power just from being close by. Why do you insist on impeding my divine duty, wretched pests? I'm gonna see if I can't find the precise thing. Yep, challenge fight for King Protea. It has a very rudimentary thumbnail, but I do have it. I might link it. It only ever got 6 views, that's kind of funny. Let me mute this tab. Bring up the video link, and of course it opens it in a new tab. And post. That is the video in question. Incomprehensible. Illogical. Why can't you see that my calculations are correct? You can't go around mass-producing alter egos. It's twisted. Why is it Jean? Hang on, why is it the Jean fight in there? Did I put the wrong thing in? No, I didn't. Wait, maybe I did. This is not the right video. That might be... Oh, wait, no, it comes in at the very end. Okay, I do a lot of setup. That's right. I do a frick ton of setup. That's what it's all about. I do a lot of setup for this KO. That's what it was. This is even more incomprehensible, even more illogical. If anything here is twisted, it's your own natures. You've already created countless alter egos. You agreed that they made excellent additions to a fighting force. Why is one alter ego acceptable, but not 100? What makes 10 permissible, but 1,000 taboo? Yeah, I plan on changing the layout at some point soon. I do have intentions to change the layout. Your inability to answer this is what is twisted. One alter ego or not, it makes no difference. The fact remains that you are aware of the twisted nature inherent to alter egos. And you accept them without question or reason, all the same. That is one of the human race's worst habits. You allow unfettered emotions to cloud your capacity for rational thought. You still have the Angry Mango interlude uncleared. Nice. That's not entirely off base, I guess. Even so, Chaldea's alter egos aren't just a means to an end, they're people. And in fact, one of them is a waifu. Master, I have a suggestion. You should pour all of your resources into me so that I may fulfill my divine duty. I have arrived at the same conclusion. There is no reason to hold back any longer. Winning this battle is our top priority. We cannot let ourselves become weaklings that are left behind. We must be strong, superior creatures to ensure our survival. Re-executing virtual verification. Conclusion reached. Imminent resource depletion, followed by a massacre. Accepted. You're the goddess of slaughter. You should not be fighting our enemies, but annihilating them. Very well, then. Sublimated clouds trace spirals in the air as the golden rooster crows at the coming dawn. Oh crap, this looks like it's gonna be big. She still has another trick up her sleeve. What's she planning? Who cares? Lancer, blow them away before they get a chance. That's the idea! By my command spell, reconnecting Servant Durga's Defend Prime AI privileges. Additionally, granting access rights as the authorized central governing AI to use said privileges by proxy. Initiating forced requisition of Roniment from all Defend AI under Durga's command. That was a blast. No way, you've got to be kidding me. So far, Durga's just been using the Holy Grail's magical energy without relying on Roniment at all. But not so long ago, she was also pretending to be the prime AI of Defend. Now that those privileges are reconnected, she can use Roniment and magical energy. Worse still, they're taking that Roniment without concern for the consequences. I believe they're doing the same thing Castor did to the Type Bs. Except they have truly wrung every last drop from the AIs. Oh no, the Type Ds! No! Indeed, trying to interrupt the transformation sequence, unheard of. When the fights would be so much easier if the bad guys did interrupt the transformation sequences. No, stop, I can't bear to see this again. You're the governor, you should use the AIs as family. But we're just resources to you? Your alter ego personality laid over your root properties accounts for why you would think this way. Besides, these AIs were only... Shut up, you really don't. Master, I request additional power. This goddess should be able to achieve her goal with 7% increase in resources. Granted, activating final spare command spell, using my own self to create a new supply line. Transferring most Roniment under my direct control to Durga. Oh boy. I'm guessing this is second ascension for Durga. That ain't good. Target value reached. My mission can now be completed. The stars are shining upon us. All we need to do now is follow their light. Crap, this is over. No question. We can't possibly defeat a god when she's got all that power. This is the end and the beginning. Everything I do to create infinite alter egos and save the world from devastation. Come. It's time for the end and the beginning. Everything is for my love. Who am I? I'm Fury. I was born from Fury, and even now it surrounds me, consumes me. Fury at being kept from the one I love. And I know this about myself too. I'm fixated on resolving that to the exclusion of all else. You want to know who I am? I'm the alter ego of infatuation. You're gonna dip? Why? Your only mistake, Master, was failing to consider the possibility that the very first servant you summoned to this twisted world might be an alter ego too. Mistake? What do you mean, Durga? I now have the power I need to accomplish my goal. Here is my wish. With this power, I wish to be reunited with my beloved husband, Shiva. Alternative goals! She had different motivations all along. Ronnie? Do we have the Elden Ring crossover here? Wah. Durga, was this your goal the whole time? Ah! Kali, the damn demon. Looks like those two aren't exactly BFFs either. Unfortunately, I don't see this making things any easier for us, though. Looks like Darga used that immense power to further rearrange her sphere origin. So that must be... Now she looks more like a Sakura. I am Kali, goddess of fury, the one born from anger. So Parvati's got 3 sides to her: Parvati, Durga, and Kali. Hang on a second. I'm thinking back. I'm thinking way... There's more than 3. Lovely. I'm thinking way back to a childhood memory of mine. When I watched a TV show called Charmed, and in one of the episodes, one of the main characters got possessed by the aspect of Kali and her husband with Shiva, and if they met, they would destroy the world. So this has evolved to a world destruction level threat here, hasn't it? I've come here only to be reunited with Shiva. Should anyone stand in my way, I will take their head and feast on their blood. Oh, that's an expression. Now all who are not Shiva shall stand down. That's an expression. That's a very Sakura expression, but that is 1 quartz, 3 ether convergers, 3 pure prisms, and 3 hellfires of wisdom. Section 15 is a long one. A very, very long one. That is, what? 7 arrows? I'm going to try. I feel like I was very wrong with my call for how long this is all going to be. I feel like we are actually in the ending portions of all this at this point. In which case, I kind of want to finish this tonight, if possible. Kali's depicted as a being that destroys everything in her path and devours all, such as her carrying skulls on her. No, I want to be surprised with the number of sections, because I'm going to, at least, I think, in tonight's stream, try and push through this next section. And depending on what happens then, at the end of it, will determine if I feel like I am close enough to the end to push through. But that's all the YouTube side of this is going to see, because that was section 14. Tune in tomorrow for section 15. Subscribe so that way you can get notified when the next section comes out. Like this video to show support. Comment if you have anything you need to say. Follow me on Twitch if you want to catch me when I go live, because I'm going to be putting out, or I'm going to always stream FGO. And join the Discord, because, you know, if you got nothing better to do, you may as well do it. I'm slowly working on it. But for now, thanks so much for watching, YouTube, and I will see you tomorrow.